Okay, to begin program 10 with supply and demand, you should have read in your notes that supply is dealing with buyers and demand is dealing with sellers or producers. Okay, supply curve is going to go up and toward the right. Demand curve will go down and toward the right. So if we look here, it says below is a demand schedule showing the quality of jelly-filled donuts people are willing to buy at various prices during a given time period. And we have our demand schedule. Okay, it's also going over the law of demand. Law of demand says people will buy more at a lower price. Then we have our supply schedule. Below is the supply schedule showing the quality of jelly-filled donuts people are willing to sell at a various price at a given time period. This also goes along with the law of supply. Sellers want to sell more at a higher price. Question 1. As price decreases, what happens to the quantity demanded? So we're going to look at our demand schedule, and as the price goes down, quantity demanded increases. Number 2, as prices increase, what happens to the quantity demanded? Look at your demand schedule. What happens to the quantity as the price increases? It decreases. As decreases, what happens to the quantity supplied? As the price goes down, quantity supplied decreases. Number 4, as prices increase, what happens to the quantity supplied? It increases. They both go along with the law of demand and law of supply. At what price will the quantity of jelly donuts that people are willing to buy be equal to the quantity of donuts that people are willing to sell? Well, that's your equilibrium price. It's where they would actually intersect if you graph them out. So it would be the same, would be 40 cents. And 200 donuts. It says if the cost of flour, sugar, and jelly used in making the donuts falls, that means it doesn't cost as much to make them, there will be an increase in supply, and there will be a whole new supply schedule. Study the new supply schedule below and answer the questions with the old demand schedule. After the increase in supply, at what price will the quantity demanded now be equal to the quantity supplied? Well, looking up top, you have your demand schedule and you have your supply schedule. Where will they meet? They'll meet now at 30 cents and 250 donuts. Compared to your answers in question 5, the price has decreased and the quantity demanded has increased. If you turn on the back, turn your page over, it says if people's income increase and they have more money to spend, there will be an increase in demand and there will be a whole new demand schedule. That's this right here. Study the new demand schedule below and use it with the original supply schedule to be able to answer the questions. So that it will be the one at the top, the supply schedule at the top. After the increase in demand, at what price will the quantity demanded be equal to the quantity supplied? Well, let's see here. I think it's going to be at 50 and 250. So your new equilibrium price is 50 cents. And the quantity of donuts is 250. Compared to your answer in question 5, the price has, well, let's look at question 5, 40 and 200. It looks like everything has increased, hasn't it? We have 2 more problems to go over, and this is something that I'm going to kind of show you. We're jumping ahead a little bit, but it's called the Magic X. Okay, and if you ever don't know exactly if it should be an increase or decrease, the magic X will never fail you, okay? It will always tell you what you need to do, okay? And to do that, first of all, it says a decrease in supply would cause the price to do what, and the quantity demanded to do what. Well, I'm going to show you. I'm going to make a little chart, magic X, okay? In the middle, I have the equilibrium price. I have my demand curve, it goes down and toward the right. And I have my supply curve, which goes up and toward the right. Okay? I always put a little 1 there so I know which one I'm working with, okay? Okay, at the bottom, we have 100, 200, 300, and so on. It goes up this way. On your y-axis, you always have, let's say, $1, $2, $3. Okay? So we know this goes up, and it goes up this way. Okay, so it's telling me here I have a decrease in supply. If I take my pen and I lay it on my supply curve, I have a decrease in supply. That means it's going to shift to the left. A decrease always goes to the left, and an increase will always go toward the right. I'm going to make a new supply curve. I'm going to make a new equilibrium price. Okay? So, a decrease in supply would cause my price to do what? Well, I went 1 to 2, it would cause it to increase. And the quantity demanded would decrease. Okay, let's do one more problem here. I'm going to put it over in the corner. My magic X, equilibrium price, 1, my demand, my supply, 100. I don't usually write all of this out every time, but I will. Okay? And this says a decrease in demand. Well, I said if there's ever a decrease, you shift to the left. If there's an increase, you shift to the right. So here's my demand curve. I lay my pen on my demand, and I'm going to shift it to the left because it's a decrease. I make my new demand curve, my new equilibrium prices, and it says a decrease in demand would cause the price to decrease and the quantities supplied to decrease. Thank you.